Scaling LeBron James isn't new whatsoever, but it is typical for people to actually scale his base human form and not take in account his actual prime and full power. In today's video, we're going to take that composite LeBron James and match him up against the protagonists of the big three, Ichigo, Naruto, and Luffy. If you want more videos like this, be sure to let us know in the comments below. And if you like versus battle content or our videos in general, be sure to like and subscribe. It means a lot. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
The big three have been constantly scaled on YouTube and have been scaled in a multitude of different ways, so I'm not going to drag this on for too long as most of you have already seen their scales before. So I'll start off from weakest to strongest, starting with Luffy. Luffy now being a Yonko, he should scale pretty relative with other Yonkos, specifically Whitebeard. Whitebeard has the statement of having the power to destroy the entire world. If you were to calculate the size of the One Piece world, it could range from the size of the Jupiter to almost the size of the sun. Now obviously I don't think this statement is implying that Whitebeard could just one-shot the entire planet. I'm sure it's saying his raw power over time has the potential to do that. But given the One Piece world's massive size, it's still not too far-fetched to say Whitebeard has at least the AP of multi-continental, and other Yonko including Luffy should be close to this power. Honestly though, I don't really think any of them are actually as strong as Whitebeard physically, but they should at least be close to it. Given this, I believe Luffy should at least be continental or multi-continental at a high end. Luffy's speed is probably the highest tier on his verse, having multiple light dodging feats since pre-time skip, and with the amount of training arcs he's received since then, he definitely has massively faster than light speeds. Even in the most recent arc, Luffy has shown to easily dodge attacks from Kizaru, who of course moves at light speed. Luffy's kit is also very vast, having special hockey abilities such as Future Sight, durability negation, and limited tune force, which allows him to conjure random objects out of nothing and just turn anything he wants into rubber. Naruto does have more concrete statements to back up his power. There are multiple world-ending statements before Kaguya's arrival that Naruto would scale to, and during Kaguya's arrival, she has showcased the power to create and destroy her own dimensions, which contain a moon and star within it, giving Kaguya solar system level potency. Now if you were to say this is just a hacks based thing that Naruto nor Kaguya would directly scale to, then that's fine, but it's ignorant to say that an adult Naruto wouldn't scale above this, as he's fought multiple people who have considered Kaguya to be weak. An adult Naruto would constantly fight people like this in Boruto, making it evident a full power adult Naruto should be between solar system level to multi-solar system level, and a higher meta being universal, given Kaguya's dimensions is stated to be a time space, as well as Momoshiki and Kinshiki both having universe-sized pocket dimensions that Naruto of course would scale above. Naruto as well being the peak of his verse, he obviously scales above any fodder that has light speed statements, and Naruto himself has demonstrated light speed feats of his own. And just like One Piece, Naruto has had many training arcs throughout the series that has gotten Naruto stronger and faster, meaning he is potentially MFTL plus as well. Naruto out of the big three by far has the largest kit, having mastery of every chakra nature, shadow clones, durability negation with Furakata and True Seeking orbs, and near unlimited stamina with Sage mode and the Nine Tails. Ichigo's scaling is probably the most vague out of the three, so I do have to be much more in depth with this scale than the other two, but he objectively does have the highest scaling out of the three. We can't start with star level metas and build up from there. There are multiple star level feats, such as Senya having the power to destroy an entire star, as well as Yukio being able to create a dimension which houses a star within it. Grimmjow just in base was stated to be able to destroy the sun, and Ulquiorra just by transforming has the output of destroying Las Noches, which we've seen contain an artificial star inside of it. Moving on to higher metas, we have Yamamoto's Bankai being said to be able to destroy the Soul Society. It could just mean the Serite rather than the Soul Society itself, but it makes more sense if the narrative were implying his Bankai can destroy the entire Soul Society. The reason for this being is because Aizen and Yuha, who are leagues above Senya and Yukio, are much more wary of Yamamoto's raw power. So given this upscale, Yamamoto should at least be in the solar system ranges at a low ball, and possibly universal, since the Soul Society is considered a parallel world to the world of the living, which has shown to have multiple galaxies and stars when is mentioned. But honestly, this could just be wank, cause it doesn't really make sense for Yamamoto to have universal AP. Ichigo and Mugetsu would of course scale far above this, since Ichigo and Aizen at this point of the series are considered to be transcendent beings. Given Mugetsu at least multi-solar system level potency, and into the 1000-year blood war, the scaling metas can get far higher than before. Grammy has shown the feat of creating a void of space, which contain multiple stars and even a distant galaxy. This scaling isn't wanking either, as we have far stronger characters like Senjimaru use Bankai, which she has stated that the slightest use of Squad Zero's power can shake the three realms of Bleach. The kanji used in this statement was referring to heaven and earth, which translates from Japanese to being a universe. Senjimaru using Bankai should definitely have the output of shaking all three realms, which grants her universal AP. And finally, going back to Ichigo, he would of course cliff every scale I've previously mentioned, since his true Bankai was able to one-shot Soul King Yuha, who is literally the god of bleach. Given this, Ichigo would consistently be in the universal range. If you take this as wink, you need to understand that bleach has multiple narrative implications throughout the entire series that back up his line of scaling, which doesn't discredit any of the high universe busting metas I said earlier. Again, Ichigo is literally fighting God, so just take that for what you will. I took way too long with AP, so I'll be brief about speed. We have as early as base Soul Society Ichigo blitzing lieutenants. These lieutenants were able to dodge the Nagashi-on, which is said to be made of light, and with the many multipliers Ichigo has gained, such as Bankai and Hollow Mask, even very early into the series he is at least FTL+. And going into 1000 Year Blood War, every character in this arc would cliff all those previous forms of Ichigo, and base Yuha would be above the majority of the 1000 Year Blood War characters, and so would Ichigo. And Ichigo gaining true Bankai and go toe-to-toe with Soul King Yuha would grant Ichigo with MFTL plus speeds.
Eons ago, before time had a name, there was a singular force, unmatched in power and unmatched in intellect. This was the spark that ignited creation itself, the unseen hand that molded the very fabric of reality. He was the weaver of the stars, the unseen engine of the universe, birthplace and balance. His name, LeBron James. LeBron's cosmic influence was beyond comprehension. In one moment of contemplation, he sculpted galaxies from the void, their spirals born of his silent will. When he exhaled, nebulas erupted into being, scattering stardust across infinity. Entire dimensions were woven from the vibrations of his laughter, each more intricate than the last. A single sneeze from him was said to split the fabric of reality in half, creating higher planes of existence so complex that even the most ancient gods could only stand in awe. There were tales of his exploits, whispered among the stars. Once he hurled a comet across the heavens as a jest, indirectly sparking the birth of an entire new multiverse. Another time, a single clap of his hands compressed a collapsing star into a black hole, so elegant it became a cosmic marvel, studied by lesser deities for millennia. Yet in the midst of this divine artistry, LeBron grew restless. Among the infinite wonders he had shaped, he sought to create a reflection of balance and challenge. From this desire, he birthed basketball, a sport woven from the very principles of a harmony and competition. He envisioned the perfect sphere, a form that symbolized completeness and unity. And so he shaped the basketball, imbuing it with the echoes of celestial perfection. And then the unthinkable happened. LeBron, the timeless creator, chose to become a mere mortal. But he did not abandon his divinity. It remained vast and immeasurable, just out of reach. He willingly confined himself to the limits of flesh and blood, not out of necessity but out of curiosity and the love for his own creation. He yearned to complete on equal footing with the beings he had shaped, to experience the struggle, the triumph, and the joy that only mortals could truly feel. Even now, gods and mortals alike watch and wonder, for though he walks among men, the echoes of his divinity are undeniable. It is said that the very leap he makes, the heavens tremble, and with every shot he takes, the balance of the universe tips over so gently in his favor. LeBron is mortal, yes, but his powers remain, waiting for the moment when he chooses to rise again, no longer bound by the rules of the game he so lovingly gave to the world. LeBron James isn't just immortal to me, he's way more than that. He feels way warmly and deeply than just a basketball player or a divine god. LeBron James is life. That's not ridiculous to say. Now that the characters have been scaled, many of you may know that it's really not a fight given LeBron's scale. He just scales above all of the big three as a whole and is just much faster and has better abilities and is just overall more experienced. We can start with Luffy since he is the weakest of the big three. Even if you wanted to argue he had Toon Force, LeBron James has experience against this as well. Being in Space Jam, he already has this cartoony Looney Tunes type of ability people like to give Luffy. With that in mind, LeBron James clears regardless. Moving on to Naruto, it's going to be the same case for Luffy and pretty much everyone, but he's a little stronger than Luffy. Even if you wanted to give Naruto his biggest Rasengan dumped in with millions of chakra points, is just basically whatever you want to give him, LeBron James is going to swat it away, similar to that of how he did against Iguodala in the NBA Finals. Finally, onto Ichigo, which it's kind of the same as the rest. It's not really going to be a fight, but if LeBron James was to struggle, it would definitely be against Ichigo. No matter how vast Ichigo's spiritual pressure is, it's not going to do anything to LeBron. And to add on to this, I remember my first time meeting LeBron, he kind of just hit me with this wave of just Conqueror's Haki Ryatsu and passed me out for a good month or two. And this is talking about his base human form, not his actual prime. With that in mind, LeBron James clears the big three. If you guys like this video and want more content just like this, be sure to let us know in the comments below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.